Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. This morning, Tuesday, the CCSA announced 7,706 new cases of the COVID virus around the country within a 24-hour period. In the same period, 9,532 people are said to have recovered and been released from quarantine. 66 deaths have been attributed to the virus during that same 24 hours. Newswires are telling us that the government is looking to regulate digital platforms used here in the country for everything from movie streaming to food delivery. Seen as a firm fixture in life today, these platforms or services run without any form of regulation or control currently. Registration and licensing is likely to be approved and will see benefit to end users in the few cases where operations offer illegal services. As border controls continue to operate along the Burmese border, so the latest group of illegal immigrants heading here for promised work were caught by the army and numbered 120 in total. Discovered in a forest area in Kanchanaburi province, they'd already paid some 17,000 baht for the trip, but will instead be returned to their own country post-haste. As usual, while work destinations have been listed as Samut Sakhon and Nakhon Pathom, no prospective employer names have been released to the press. More flooding along major rivers is expected this and next week, as a combination of further storm fronts approaching Thailand, combined with some reservoirs at over-safe capacity levels, will see barriers lowered to reduce those levels but in turn increase river flow. As areas within 16 provinces have been flooded for over a month, concern is rising for those and other areas, as we can only see more and more rain predicted for the coming weeks. As an example, Nakhon Ratchasima has seen flood warnings issued for 11 districts. Having travelled to Cambodia with the promise of work in an online gambling operation which is legal there and was advertised on Facebook, 23 Thais have been returned to Thailand after finding that their actual work was intended to be an operation set to defraud Thais via social media. With employers reported as being Chinese there, the group managed to get word out to a Thai TV channel which took their claims seriously, especially since some had been threatened with violence if they didn't comply. Just the latest in a series of similar online job scams, but in this case Thai police will investigate the sites used and look to Cambodian officials to close them down. Meanwhile, at home and within our own region of Chonburi, the provincial offices have reported 245 new cases of the virus within a 24-hour period. 51 in Chonburi city itself, 67 in Sriracha, 31 in Banglamung, which includes Pattaya, 22 in Sattahip. In the same report, 2 deaths have been attributed to the virus. Customers of New Nordic Group are waiting and watching closely as applications for debt restructuring under the bankruptcy laws is due to be heard in the capital this Friday. Delayed twice due to COVID, the hearing was rescheduled in September and sees the group applying for the freezing of their debt payments, much of which are now in serious arrears, and the chance to resume trading in an attempt to recover. With many buyers never having received deeds and other newer projects stalled, the hearing will effectively decide whether investors will see any form of return, albeit at a much later date, or see the company going to the wall. And it's not just the orange-top New Nordic operation that has suffered during the COVID era. Far from it, as several previously successful developments have seen their financial backers, usually Thai funding institutions, essentially take control of developments and, in some cases, remove the original developers from any petition in completion. With bean counters now controlling the purse strings, unless those developers can raise funds themselves elsewhere, they stand no chance of regaining control of what was or should be a viable proposition in the future. And good news as the Fabulous Prize giveaway continues this week on Fab 103 FM, seeing the last chance, for a while, to win a 5-course gourmet dinner for 2 at the Café des Amis. Details on our website, and that's how you enter, and good news too, for regulars, as the Café des Amis is now open 6 days a week, Tuesday to Sunday included. A sign perhaps that business in the city is on the road to recovery in some way. And with the Met Office promising a cloudy but warmer day, highs of 32 dropping down to 26, and the continued chance of rain at any time. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, and to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,